But it is an incredible pairing with the Razor, and that is pretty much the only thing I can see it in terms of why it would be picked here. Um, Razor is a hero that loves to stay on top of heroes. You get the movement speed boost from Marcy plus the stun, and then the dispose. It gets really hard to actually get away from the Razor with this pairing.
Mhm.
And then you also have the sidekick for the lifesteal during static link with how Razor is played right now, where you go like the shard, the bloodstone, and all that. Like having that extra bit of sustain might be enough to keep him
You
alive.
think
But
they're gonna go Bloodstone again? I mean, last time they went double Bloodstone, they lost the match.
double bloodstone?
Didn't you see? They
No.
went Razor, Bloodstone, and okay, it wasn't double Bloodstone and Razor. Okay,
Oh,
it was
okay.
Bloodstone on Viper as well.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think Bloodstone Viper and Razor is actually like totally legit right now. Um, That being said, I think it's kind of terrorizing pubs, and people in pubs are just like unsure how to deal with it. Like you still just pick the same things that counter Razor,
Mhm.
um, but Drow Ranger I think is like one of the best. That being said, you can't pick Drow because of the Marcy, so they end up going for a Weaver here, which I think is really smart. So this is another hero that actually pairs up pretty well into the Razor.
Mhm. Yeah, Louis gonna have an easy time moving around here. He's gonna have an easy time bursting some of these heroes down. I like the lineup here on the side of Beastcoast. Uh, I think it's going to be the Tiny who's kind of standing in front of being your main initiator, but I think you could use some other dangler, so to speak, on the side of Beastcoast.
We always got to have a good dangler for each team. It's an
Mm-hmm.
important concept of Dota.
Yep. Just like how your beautiful face dangles the viewers in, Ricky.
Oh, thanks. I wouldn't be here without your voice, though.
It's true.
Really massages the eardrums.
Yeah, it gets right in there. Uh, Last band's coming up. Both of these teams, they go to the Naga Siren on the side of Beast Coast. I guess they've got no way to deal with the illusion heroes at this point, or whatever it is that they plan on grabbing as their last pick. Probably an offlaner at this point, but they ban up the Slark on TSM. That's what they're more concerned about than anything else.
So Sacred
So,
is known to play Weaver a lot. This is like he was one of the people who used to run like Vessel Weaver in the offlane.
yeah.
Like almost all of last year, like he did this a ton. He went offlane Weaver, went Spirit Vessel first item, and would just terrorize supports with this hero. And he's against some pretty good supports to do this with, so it makes sense. They don't have a lot of lockdown, like nothing that he can't really like just time lapse out of type of thing. So it is a really smart pick if they go for Sacred's Weaver here. And then, of course, like you said, now you have to consider the possibility that this like leaves a safe lane pick available for Beast Coast.
Mhm. Well, going back to just a bunch of safe lane heroes being banned out. Speaking of the bans, I want to touch on the fact that Beast Coast banned out the Beastmaster. I believe that the new player, Ksane on TSM, is a big Beastmaster player. Like, instead of using a photo of him, they just used a photo of Beastmaster with their announcement video for him, or their announcement photo on Twitter.
That was
So,
pretty
I'm
good.
not sure if that was a bait by Moon Meander or something like that, but maybe he legitimately just plays a lot of it, and so Beast goes, "Okay, we don't know this guy. We're just gonna ban out the Beastmaster if they think if they choose it as their cover photo for this one." He's
Yeah,
probably super sick on the hero.
it is one of his best heroes. From like I said, from what I've heard about him, he doesn't really have any like big competitive experience. He's just a really really skillful pub player, and
Mhm.
he kind of just terrorizes pubs on those types of heroes. Yeah. So they go for the Bloodseeker. Okay, another fantastic counter to the Razor.
Yeah. I mean, we saw this a lot when we were casting Chinese DBC
Yeah.
ages ago when Razor was super popular. Against the Razor and the Death Prophet, just being able to shut them down inside their ultimates or when they're trying to run people down. These heroes really don't like standing the ground. As soon as you move away from them, the threat of them is just like completely negated. So Bloodseeker is one of the better counters to it, even though we normally see it as a counter to Pango. I know that Razor is coming back into popularity. I imagine we'll start to see more Bloodseeker again.
We'll see how this is going to go. Last pick for TSM here. Going to be the safe laner. In terms of matchups against Weaver off lane, the Bloodseeker safe lane. Gosh, what can you really pick? Weaver is just not a hero that you like actually like to play against. I mean, maybe
Yeah.
you could take the Drow here.
Yeah, maybe. So I was someone thought that you messing up was a skit
What? What mess up?
at the beginning of the stream.
Neff, it was. What are you talking about?
Oh, right, of
Yeah.
course. That was
What
a
do you
skit.
mean? It was a skit. It was
Yeah, all
great.
smoke and mirrors. Good job,
Yeah.
developer.
Come on,
Catching
guys.
that one.
You think we make
Uh,
mistakes here? Jeez.
yeah, absolutely not. Morphling picked up last. I'd say that you have some decent abilities to choose from here. Being able to grab a Sakuchi or Swarm, even Blood Rage from Bloodseeker, I feel like is decent. But rare for Morphling to make it all the way through until the end. I feel like he's usually banned out before the last phase these days.
Yeah, I think it's a little bit strange. Like we haven't really, I haven't personally been that impressed with Morphling all that much. But it is a decent Morphling game, so I think it's going to work out pretty well. I'm a little bit worried that Kasane's Razor is just going to be shut down like almost completely. Dark Mago on the Batrider should have a pretty decent time against the Ember in the mid lane. Um, which I'm a little bit
Mhm,
surprised, right? Like Bryle actually picked this knowing it was Dark Mago's Batrider, so he has to have something planned.
mhm. Yeah, it hasn't gone so well for the Ember Spirits every time they've had to either play against a Batrider or a Huskar. This is not going to be bad as the Huskar matchup, don't get me wrong, but it is not going to be fun. I'm going to be keeping my eyes on Kasane this game. I want to see, the stuff that made TSM pick this guy up. He's been hit and miss so far in this Pro Series, but he is a little bit green. So I think giving them the opportunity to play in this tournament before the DPC is an awesome move by TSM.
Yeah, I agree. Absolutely agree.
And we got to pause right off the bat. Okay, it gives a chance to examine the starting items, everyone, and these lanes. We see Stinger starting with the Sage's mask over on the side of Beastcoast. Man is very likely just going to go into a Ring of Basilius with that one. Super sick inside the laning phase. And Jakiro goes through a lot of mana very quickly due to the high mana cost of Dual Breath. Uh, Dark Mago just going to be rushing his bottle on his mid lane. Schofield didn't start boots first on his Tiny. Instead, he's often to go Magic Stick, Enchanted Magos, and Tangos here. I prefer the boots first on Tiny. It makes rotating over the mid lane and setting up kills a lot easier. And given that you've got Batrider on your team as well, with extra movement speed, uh, maybe he's not worried about it until like the first night rolls around. He'll be able to like just jump out at Bryle from the lack of vision they have. So maybe not starting with boots isn't so bad.
Also against like Crystal Maiden, right? A really heavy harass hero. So it
Mhm.
is one of those things that like maybe he's just more worried about like being able to stay in lane against the Crystal Maiden.
Yeah, and if she's spamming spells in the wand, sorry, the stick is going to help quite a bit with that. All right, ready to go again on TSM. Tabano just started nothing but stat items, and same goes with Kasane. I mean, this is incredibly common these days. Just any core that you're playing, you don't start with very much regen, and instead you ferry it out after the first set of bounty runs. That way, by the time you actually need the regen, you have it, and you have that bonus damage to be able to secure more last hits inside the lane at the very beginning. You've got 5 couriers, you might as well use them.
True, dude. True. So Sacred Weaver, as we anticipated, for those of you who maybe aren't super familiar with Sacred, like I said, this is something he has been doing for a while. And he's made it look really good. So I'm curious to see how well it does this game. The early earn, usually punishing out those supports, heroes like Crystal Maiden that aren't very mobile. So really good.
Mhm. Yeah, back to the classics here. I feel like we really haven't seen this ever since they nerfed the swarm quite a bit, didn't they?
It was they nerfed
I
the
mean, one
swarm,
less
but like,
attack to destroy.
yeah,
All right, everybody,
that
30
plus like the
seconds.
Sakuchi cooldown got
All
massively
right, battle
increased
time
at early
in
levels.
27 seconds.
Yeah, it's 15
26.
seconds now. It's insane. You use that, and then you show yourself in the lane. You can very easily get punished, especially against a hero like Crystal Maiden.
Yeah.
Right. I am excited to see the Marcy CM lane, assuming that it's going to be Marcy
It all comes down to you
Razor lane, assuming it's
and
going to be
your
Marcy and
teammates,
Razor.
technically, but Greg, can they
I
handle it?
imagine
No?
so.
Good.
We're just
Yeah,
gonna
they're
split the
gonna
runes
Switch
2-2.
back up.
Yeah,
This is all
Marcy
you.
Razor. This was a pretty strong lane actually for a while. Like back when Razor offlane was really core.
Mhm.
I used to run this lane quite a bit. This was obviously like before the rebound dispose change, but still, it's I think doesn't really change the fact that the spells do the pretty much same thing in terms of like their utility to like make the Razor's lane easier.
Yep. Yeah,
And that's exactly why right there.
So K1 is just going to be zoned from the first wave. I'm surprised that he's even trying to. Yeah, he's going to get back now. I'm surprised that he's even trying to trade with Isane there for a second. But this bow is definitely better at the early levels. You reposition the Bloodseeker, you slow him for 3 seconds versus the brief stun that you're going to get from having rebounded him.
Yeah. You also, I feel like they nerfed the. Did they nerf the duration on static links like earlier levels as well? At some point, I feel like it feels shorter than it used to be.
I believe they did. Sorry, I fall asleep when I look at Razor's changes.
Very nice.
Incredibly boring hero.
I mean, you can just see how much damage they're able to output in this lane, and this is against a Jakiro, so pretty surprising. All lanes actually struggling here in terms of their health. Like they're just playing super aggressive.
Unfortunately, the Bloodseeker's on the other side, so
yeah.
no zoomies.
Yeah, no zoomies. Not yet. Not like what we saw yesterday. 550 MS at like 3 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
So Prowl in the mid lane, Ember up against the Bat Rider. Like we said, not an easy matchup, but he does go slight chains, I believe.
For now.
Yeah. So he's doing okay.
Getting 4 compared to CS on Dark Maker. Yeah, the wave's about to push into his tower as well, so these range creeps are pretty much just secured.
Yeah, you definitely survive just fine in the early levels. It's usually once you get to like level 3, 4, and 5 on the Bat Rider where things get a little scary.
Yep.
But you have to just max out Sleight of Fist. You might put more than 1 point in Searing Chains, but we'll see.
Bonded, you and I.
Yeah, very rarely you see Ember Spirits go for the Flame Guard. I think we see it against a Tusk every so often. That's pretty much it. People just want the catch from Searing Chains and be able to run people down Sleight of Fist. Speaking of catch up at the top lane, they're going to try to catch Stinger.
Oh, man, he's falling incredibly low, and bottom lane Sacred's the one who grabs the first blood.
Okay, I definitely didn't see that one. I was too focused on the top lane. I didn't imagine that the Sacred managed to find that, but again, Man is the masterclass Bugman.
It was a little bit of a bait set up from the Tiny. He got frostbitten, fell in pretty low, popped the stick, avalanche into the Weaver. It was nice.
You caught them both?
Yeah, I caught both.
Oh, this guy's too good.
Yeah.
He tried to put a little bit of damage here on D'Amato, but he's just gonna straight morph it back up, and now Schofield finds himself in trouble.
Okay, yeah, I didn't catch that one though. We're not gonna talk about that.
The man's garbage. Top lane, they're going to try to commit onto K1 again, but he's got a bit of those zoomies, so it's quite easy for him to walk away from the Razor.
2-point static link in this lane, though, so it's just going to be really hard to trade into this lane at all. And Bloodseeker really relies on the Thirst, and he's not going to have that at all. And right now, actually just getting chased down, needs a couple more auto attacks, but pops the Fairy Fire and the stick, able to get on out of there.
Like a lot of the enemy team is sitting fairly low. I think more feeling like full agi shifted down to like no HP at the same time they went on the Bloodseeker there, which is really unfortunate for the top lane.
Yeah, they're gonna try and make the play here onto the Jakiro, and that should be an easy kill. To the question: can K1 help turn this around? Just too much stolen damage plus sidekick, man. It is a lot. Oh, K1, careful, bud.
Meanwhile, down in the bottom lane, Moon Meander ends up going down again on the Crystal Maiden.
And that's the urn. That's what we were talking about. The scary thing about this hero, once he picks it up.
Yeah. Now that he has this, it's going to be even easier for him to find kills. He's going to put in a lot of work against the Morph lane once he upgrades it to his Spirit Vessel.
Yeah.
And we got non-stop action up in the top lane.
Yeah.
Actually, they just make a rotation.
Yeah, perfect rotation from Moon, and Stinger's going to go down a second time, and has to make the walk back now to the lane in order to offer any assistance. So that's going to just make this Bloodseeker's life really rough.
Yeah, unfortunately, doesn't make things so easy for Tomato. He's getting zoned out of the lane for now.
Yeah, well, yeah, he is definitely. Oh, is he? Okay, no, he got the morph
the
off.
attribute shift off. Man's quick.
You got the courier as well. That's a gamer move.
I'm surprised he had enough damage for that, given that he was morphing a lot over to the strength there.
Nice smoke to the mid lane. They actually just want to try and find Dark Mago here early before he gets to level 6. And Brawl actually misses with the chains. They have the rebound at any point. Yeah, there they go. I was like, he can't really get too far away. They've got Ari there, but okay. Dark Mago, nice flame break the opposite direction, and he's up onto the high ground. He's safe, and he's even got the 6-minute rune
is
coming.
just going to keep going, though. Oh, my God. Yeah, Mumiana knew exactly what Dark Mago was going to be going for, and it was going to be that bounty rune at 6 minutes.
Yeah.
So he just goes, okay, well, I'm just going to walk up here. I'm going to be there by the 6-minute mark, and this guy with no HP is standing there, then I damage him. And they managed to secure the power. Oh, no. He TP'd back around.
Yeah, no, Dark Mago, yeah, TP'd on the other side. Came all the way up here for the rune.
Managed to get to the regen rune. Very nice.
Ooh, Schofield. He's in deep, but nice flame break puts Moon in a pretty rough spot. One more auto attack. They will trade for the supports unless, yeah, no high ground miss here. It does have lasso now. Dark Mago is going to throw it here onto Ari, pull him pretty far, and with no rebound, he can't get out of this at all. Bryle trying to chase him down. Nice ice path. Dude, Bryle.
He's got 21.
He does. He pops it, but the damage from the Batrider is just too much, and nice play by Stinger, just anticipating the Remnant back. Can he actually get the kill here? A Sleight of Fist actually is going to send it the other way. TP on home. Schofield not going to get in range for the Avalanche. Just barely not in time. Dude, that regen rune completely changed the mid lane. Yeah, you're absolutely right. We are not done. Slight change in the mid lane. Bryle finally takes down Dark Mago, but it does cost Moon his life once again.
Oh, nice cleanups there. I was trying to grab one of the Nouns players earlier to join us as a guest, but Husky's hanging out with friends or something like that, and Yamson apparently only is allowed a few hours of computer time per day.
Wow.
Yes, he's a grown adult, but right now his computer is broken, so he's been boring somebody else's for a couple hours a day.
Oh my God, are you serious?
Yeah. You thought I was joking with a couple hours per day.
Yeah, I thought you were absolutely joking.
Oh, poor Yamson.
Your boy's just trying to play professional Dota, you know? And he doesn't have a computer.
You can have it when it's your turn.
Kasane top lane, kind of got baited out here by the Rupture. Thought he could play aggressive into the Bloodseeker. Almost ends up finding the kill, but just too many heroes. Loses that trade.
A lot of damage. I mean, you were forced to take that one on the Jakiro, even though the Bloodseeker was right there. You'd rather give it up because the Bloodseeker was getting dangerously low there. Oh, you hate to see it.
What?
I think K1 accidentally blocked Stinger's pull there.
Ooh.
He just went to go hit the creep camp. I mean, the man sees gold and just wants to farm. Doesn't really think about things like the pulls, I imagine. Or maybe it was intentional. He was blocking Stinger because he didn't want the wave to push to the tower.
Dude, what a play by Schofield. Breaking the smoke rotation from Bryle Moon. That's huge. Also just has the ward up there on the high ground. So it's just scouting everything. Dark Mago's here now. And with the Avalanche, I don't think Moon's going to be able to get out of this at all. They have a toss as well if they need it. Plenty of damage to take down the Crystal Maiden. Ari trying to go for the D ward. He will be able to do it, but at the top side, we're going to see a nice two heroes chained up, held down. Kasane trying to chase him down on the Razor, but a beautiful ice path from Stinger. That's going to get him out. He'll sacrifice himself for his team, but Ari goes back in with a nice rebound onto two, holding them in place. The Razor's damage is starting to add up. Tomato comes in as well. Sacred now joining the fight. It's all 10 heroes in the top lane, 9 minutes into the game. But it's going to be TSM that comes out ahead.
Yeah, I feel like he accidentally repositioned the Batrider there with that toss. I don't think he meant to toss the Batrider. In fact, I was surprised that he even had the range to be able to do that. He threw them into the enemy heroes there. A little bit of miscommunication. Bloodseeker was just a couple mana away from being able to drop a Rupture in that fight as well. And at that point, he could have, contributed something instead of just TPing out. But I think he realized that the situation was just bad and decided to run. So instead, he'll go down to the bottom lane to finish up his Maelstrom, focus on farming for a little bit.
Well, Batrider is going to get caught out here. 3 heroes once again showing up for the runes, and an Arcane is going to be called up on Bryle. Meanwhile, Moon now getting chased down by Sacred. Ice Path once again on the money.
And even if he dies here, I'd say that
He's
fine
got
with
time lapse. He's gonna use it, but he's gonna get ruptured up now. Sacred in a ton of trouble. All right, Kasane actually can't actually do much of anything. He's just stuck. Bloodseeker, though, will be next to fall as Browse continuing to chase this Arcane Rune doing work. Slight chains. Can he get into range? No, he gets that. He gets his Coochie out the last second. He'll be fine.
Yeah, managed to connect with him. This really slows down Dark Mago's game. What is he doing right now? Oh, he's trying to finish up his Boots of Travel.
He's got he's what, 1 gold away. He's got him now, but
Yeah.
that's pretty slow compared to what we've seen from Dark Mago. A lot of times he tries to get this around the 9-minute mark. And
Yeah, those two back-to-back deaths really slowed him down.
Yeah. Does have some stacks in the jungle here set up by Stinger that he can farm, which is really sick. So that's going to help him out a lot.
Thank you, Stinger, for the stackies.
Also, shout out to Stinger for such a great interview yesterday.
Huh? Apparently, the man's been working on his English. I have heard that Beastcoast's old team, they hired English tutors for the players, and the only one who would show up for the class is a Stinger.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
I mean, it shows his English is good now.
Yeah.
Bottom lane, Sacred time lapses out of that freezing field, and Moon, he's just trying to do what he can to stay alive. It's just getting ticked down by the vessel. And eventually Sacred's going to claim his kill, and this is what we're talking about. This is when the Weaver gets a little bit scary now that the vessel's done.
Yeah, Morphling's game not going to be so easy. In fact, he's just going to play on the other side of the map at the moment. He's going to go for Lincoln's here as his first item. I guess he's concerned about the single targets coming on, the lasso, the rupture.
Oh, Sacred's got to get away from Kasane, but he's not going to be able to. The Searing Chains is there. They do trade a 1 for 2 in the river. TSM, nice catch once again. They're just doing a really good job. Anytime this Weaver is like trying to show up to fight, they've just always had sentries. I mean, you can just see like where the Weaver's been playing. There's just 4 sentries along the river here.
Yeah, it's making his game so difficult. And he doesn't really want to camp the lane at this point because, you know, you've got a Bow Rider with Boots of Travel who's moving around the map farming. You've got, you know, K1 who's got a very greedy way of playing position 1. Which I'm not sure how well it'll mesh with Sacred Fever, even though he's pretty renowned for it.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting
They're going to chase Moon here. Yeah, I mean, oh no, he misclicks the vessel onto himself. He's going to have a time lapse again to be able to get out of this, and he'll be just fine, but that vessel, can it be used to take down Bryle? They've got him with the Rupture. The Ice Path is there. They're trying to get on top of him. The Avalanche off the mark. This Chains, though, holding the Weaver in place. They get him just barely. Moon off the mark once again with the freezing field. And Beastcoast escape on just a sliver of HP. They lose 2 big kills.
Yeah. Their position 3 and mid are taken down there. Yeah, now they'll try to escape. It looks like Ari's Trunches on the Bloodseeker. I don't think he'll manage to connect with them, though. So that man is long gone. That would look dicey there for a moment. When that Avalanche was off the mark, I was almost certain that Bravo was going to be able to get away there.
Yeah, the tree toss from downtown. You know, he just Kobe'd it.
Yeah. He's working on catch-up items, though. I mean, man's going for the Maelstrom as his first. I prefer this on Ember Spirit to almost anything else. Desolator, it was good with the Slardar.
Oh gosh, huge stack in the jungle here, and Bryle just comes in, chops one of them down. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, Tomato is going to claim himself a kill. Bryle wants to just finish up the stack here, though.
Yeah.
And he will definitely be able to.
Yeah. Ari's going to drop Sidekick onto him, increase the damage, give him a little... No, he's not going to slate a fist for that one on him. But he did slate a fist.
Oh, Moon in some trouble. Again, he does have time lapse available. Sacred, he doesn't get to use it this time. Ends up being just a little bit too greedy with it.
Hope Dyer's middle tower is insured. That thing is standing
I'm gonna quickly do the bug off him, and not enough damage with that Spirit Vessel to be able to finish him off. And now he's out of Spirit Vessel charges.
Yeah, Tomato has his Lincolns already.
Yeah, again, I am not a big fan of this Lincoln's first, but I've been proven wrong the last dozen times that I've seen it. So whatever, I guess.
It's a good Lincoln's game, right? I mean, you're against Bat Rider, Bloodseeker.
Yeah, better to build defensive items than get picked off and die like a scrub.
Oh, Dark Mago knows something's up. They're chasing him into the trees here, but he's cutting north, And I think he's out, man. He is super fast.
Radiant scanning
Well, they
around
can
for
see a
enemies.
path.
Yeah, they see the path. They're like, how far away did he get? That was a nice juke into the trees
Yeah.
there.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
And it's to dodge for now to give his team a little bit more time. K1, who has now finished his Maelstrom, is going to enjoy this space as he works towards his BKB inside the jungle.
Schofield's about to have his blink dagger on the tiny as well.
So a couple big pickups right around the corner here for the side of Beastcoast. At that point, they'll be able to pick up the pace. But until you get that BKB on K1, there's way too much magic damage to control. Like, see him just-
Sentry comes down bottom. Sacred dodges out the stun this time, so he will not go down.
Dire's bottom tower. Wow, that was
As they're going to TP in to respond. So again, Schofield has the blink dagger now. This is a quick pick if they can actually get on top of one of these supports, but the tower is falling low and fast. Batrider coming in as well. I mean, they've got to get the vision on someone.
Got the Blink Dagger reveal.
There it is.
There it
Avalanche
is.
toss. There's the Macro Pyre and the Ice Path. Can they bring the Ember down in time? They do, but Ari on the backside with Moon doing some work. The Vessel charges are out. Moon trying to TP. Will they get him in time? They do with the Blood Right. And now Ari on the run. Batrider in pursuit. Schofield looking for him as well.
Yeah, they catch him on. Oh no, Ari's ward there. But yeah, he's gonna get away. Nice ward planted by Ari,
If you're in
giving
the
him an
vicinity
idea
of
of
Dire's
which
top
side of the
tower,
tree they were
I
gonna wrap
couldn't
around on. So he
Now
manages to
look
dodge,
now,
but
Radiant's
they are gonna
bottom
lose his
tower
tier.
is getting
They're not gonna stick around for the tier 1 tower.
Kind of funny. Looks like Dire's top tower is
Alright.
Dire's top tower just went
Instead, they just lose the top to Tomato. I thought for sure they'd stick around to take trade for the tier 1 tower. They had 3 heroes there already, and everyone was already pretty far back.
Yeah, I kind of thought the same thing as well, honestly.
Lose a little bit of map control here. So all 3 towers still standing for the side of TSM 17 minutes into the game. We were talking about this one in some of the other games that we were casting. How good of a job that TSM does of playing the center of the map, protecting their mid-tier 1 tower. Just gives you access to so much of the map.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is getting obliterated.
All right, looks like they are going to finally commit for the bottom. They get the D ward as well.
Radiant's sturdy bottom tower was built to withstand. Never mind, it's gone.
Now they'll
K1
move,
almost to his BKB, actually. Just about 70 gold away. Going to get it off the creep camp here.
Yep. And I would like to see him play further back until it gets into his inventory. Too often I see BKBs coming out and the hero just dies when it's on the way. Or it gets delivered in the beginning of a team fight. It's already too late for somebody. He loses 2 allies, but a man did end up stepping back. I could be able to connect with anything else. Unfortunately, even though you control the area of the map around the pit, I don't think that they're able to do Roche just yet. Unfortunately, without the lifesteal on... Actually, the side pick on Marcy, you might be able to do it. But right now, it looks like they're just trying to set up more vision around the map.
Yeah, I think with Sidekick and the Morphling, he probably can. I think you're right about that, but he definitely wants to get to the finished Manta style. He doesn't feel entirely safe yet, getting the Morphling. Just needs to get XP, get these stat items, and then he'll be a much happier day.
Yeah, it gets you a little bit worried if you get hit by the Blood Right from Seeker. You're silenced for 6 seconds, all of a sudden you're not moving around. Your attribute shifting to strength and agility based on the situation. So with a Manta style, his team fight gets a lot easier. Ooh, Grove Bow.
That's
Not
quite
a bad
nice.
find. Yep.
Yeah.
Is someone on his team going to build a Vlad's for him?
Mm.
No, he's going to have to build a Satanic himself. Very sad. You hate to see it. Having to build your own items when you're playing Pause 1 sucks.
Oh, all right, nice initiation there onto the Marcy, and they also managed to pull back Tomato. Moonmander on the backside trying to hobble away. They do trade 1-for-1. The lasso in the mid lane is going to catch the Razor, but Kasane is here as well on this Razor. The BKB comes out. Ember Spirit goes down. He needs help, but it's just Kasane 1v3. Can he actually do this alone? He's trying to take down 2 Dark Mega. Will he get away? He will, thanks to the Rupture. It's a 4-for-2. Big plays for Beastcoast.
Yeah, with this, they'll get control of the mid tower. Finally, that TSM have been giving their life to defending. I mean, they're doing such a good job playing around. Dude, they're not going to get the mid tower.
I mean,
they're afraid with Tomato here.
Yeah, I mean, Tomato is very strong, right? Like,
Come on.
they don't have kill threat on him is the main thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the other thing in this fight, they didn't actually activate either of their BKBs on Beastcoast. They felt super safe. They held both K1 and Dark Magos.
Just favorable initiation on the side of Beastcoast, even though they played that one pretty close to TSM's tower. Things looking pretty good for them. They managed to bring the slight net worth lead that TSM had back to pretty much even after that last fight. Unfortunately, I think that Tomato still remains to be a pretty big problem. He's sitting at the top of the net worth. 5-0-3 on this Morphling. The man's having a pretty standout performance this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Man,
he's doing nothing but defensive items as well. It's just hard to bring him down.
He has to, right? Like, there isn't really a good morph counter in this game. So as long as he just gets his stat items, he's pretty much, like, unkillable. At least until the ultra late, when, like, Bloodseeker gets, like, an Abyssal Blade and all these things and just can't stay on you. But
yeah, you're Abyssal Bladed, you're hit with the Spirit Vessel that's dropped on you after you Manta Style rather than before. All sorts of things. I think Bloodseeker will catch up to Morphling's net worth in the next couple of minutes. Or no? He farmed pretty fast with all this agi.
Yeah, the Morphling farms really fast. The thing is like Bloodseeker, I don't think he can get more out of fights right now than the Morphling can, so it's possible. Like if TSM take another bad fight and Bloodseeker like picks up a kill or two, I'd say it's definitely possible that he could catch him. But for now, he's like perfectly content where he is in his net worth. He's gonna go for the Manta himself. He's got the BKB to protect him. I mean,
yeah,
there's not much they can do.
Beastcoast said PL in all chat, which is Spanish for packet loss. I am now an expert translator.
Wow. Great Spanish, Neff. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So we've got the Mage Slayer completed here on Sacred. He's going for the Orchid next. So this like
top.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Onto the Tiny. Just a quick pick off. Nicely done.
Yeah, I missed that one. No, sorry, you were saying.
Just the Weaver build, you know, very utility-like. You know, just the Spirit Vessel into Orchid, Mage Slayer, like just doing what he can to deal with these supports. Just be a menace for them.
Yeah.
Roche
Unleash and sidekick onto Roche to be able to clean this one up relatively quickly. Moonmeander actually just dropped Freezing Field inside the pit to speed this one up. I would like to see how much damage Freezing Field does to Roche.
Yeah, that'd be neat. He hasn't really had a chance to use it at all this game. Like almost every fight, it gets instantly canceled. There's like Ice Path, you have Blood Right, you've got you know, Avalanche and the Toss. Like every single fight, he like goes to channel his ult and just gets instantly interrupted.
Yeah. Yeah, the man's all about speed. He's swift as the wolves of Ice Rack. This joke just never gets old.
I don't know, Neff. Maybe it just doesn't get old for you.
In my mind, I am the funniest person I know.
That's fair.
Well, they tried to make an invasion through the jungle on the side of TSM, but they don't connect with Schofield, unfortunately. Fortunately for Schofield, I mean. And, now they're paying them out. Looks like they want to try to punish this one. I mean, again, getting on top of Tomato is a tall order.
Yeah, I mean, especially with the Aegis, just instantly cleans up that bug. And on the backside of the fight, Bryle's going to find Sacred, force that time lapse pretty much right away. And with that, we might see Beastcoast try and back on out. But in the mid lane, they've got the toss, the Razor, Moon. Oh my god, just getting picked on. Stinger drops that Macropyre, trying to do what work they can. The silence of Ari, he falls Tomato. Morph into the Weaver. He's going to try and back away. Schofield waiting to go back in if he gets a chance.
Man, the level of hate for that Crystal Main, the Rupture and then toss combo onto the CM. That's not something you come in for supports, man.
I mean, they're just having a good time, you know?
Yeah, when does Moon get to have a good time?
That's the
What's with that hate?
That's the fun part, Neff.
You don't.
You don't.
Like, CM gets to have her fun during the laning phase.
Mm-hmm.
Very rough. Head up into the top lane, which is the exact direction that Dark Mega is going in. Unfortunately, his Firefly is going to be on cooldown by the time he gets up there, so he may not even commit. And Sane and Tomato moving through the jungle. Dark Mega is just going to opt to teleport back to the mid lane.
I like how every time Tomato sees a hero, he just trades. He trades 70 mana for like 400 health.
Yeah. I mean, it makes sense spamming this out.
Oh, they found Schofield. Oh, he doesn't get the...
Oh,
He didn't have rebound off cooldown.
yeah. Didn't have the vision to be able to searing change him. Unfortunately, it was very close there.
Dude, they
Over
just
in the jungle?
lassoed Moon
Come
onto the
on,
cliff.
leave Moon Meander alone.
It's
What
pretty
is
funny,
this?
man. I don't know. Kasane
This is so messed up.
getting chased here by the Weaver. Alright, Rupture comes out, but BKB's gonna be forced as he gets zapped by the shard and just gets chased down instead. Kasane doing some work. Ari's able to find out some of these heroes on the top side of the map, but they dodge it out. Jakiro gonna be the one that gets caught instead.
Yeah, Trial finishes BKB in the middle of the fight as well, so he's going to be feeling very confident for these dives. We saw the same on, we see the same on Ember Spirits all the time, where all of a sudden they're able to just jump to the background, they go unpunished, and they're able to get out immediately afterwards with BKB. Also have, like, I believe, just enough distance with the fire remnant that you don't end up taking rupture damage if you jump like max distance with it, as it's over the 1300 threshold that rupture has.
Yeah.
The only thing that they have that compares BKB to punish you, actually, I mean, they do have lasso as well.
The shard like really caught Bloodseeker off guard there, because like he ruptured the Razor and then instantly got like just like purged down to like 200 MS, and it gave the Razor like the time to just kind of like BKB and chase him down.
Yeah.
Don't look now, but Radiant's bottom tower is
Sacred finishes up his Orchid now. I mean, that'll make it easy to find kills onto. Well, if he hadn't had his BKB.
Oh my God, Moon! Run, buddy, run!
being destroyed as I speak.
They're looking for you, man.
Mid lane, looking like they want to go. Avalanche comes out, does stun up 2. Sacred gets the time lapse. It's just enough space. Rupture dropped onto Ari. K1 pops the Mantha to try and get out. He's going to be able to do so. They take down the tower. Dark Mega with a BKB, trying to get out of here, but Brown Kasane going to try and chase him down up onto the high ground. Is it enough space for him? There's the lasso at the last second, but it's not enough. Nice ice path comes through K1, trying to chase, but can't do so. Backside of the fight, Sacred able to burn down that Crystal Maiden once again as the Aegis gets reclaimed. A 2 for 2 in the mid lane.
Would have been a good time to take a team fight if not for that. But yeah, the moment the lasso gets committed, the searing chains come out on the Ember Spirit, so he's not pulling them anywhere. He's just standing in place for the full duration of the lasso, unfortunately. And you end up coming on top. They manage to get the enemy mid. You have up 2 supports on your side. So mid and off laner. TSM looking good. And continue to look good. Schofield ends up getting picked off there. He's just trying to shove the mid lane.
Yeah, that's I have Scotty completed on Tomato too.
Yeah. He just has way too much HP for them to be able to bring down now. I mean, they've got a couple of solutions. Like, if you manage to get, you pop his Lincoln Sphere, you can pull him back with the lasso. You have Spirit Vessel to drop on him as well, but you have Manta style that one off, and next he's going for the BKB. Again, it's just all defensive items and stats for this Morphling. He's not going to go down a single time this game. I'm starting to feel like, unless you can turn this around in a big way, or Tomato makes a pretty significant mistake, I don't see him dying now.
No, I think you're right. Like, I don't actually know how the Morphling dies this game. He's going for a BKB next, just as like an extra safety precaution. But Moon Meander top lane. Oh, they got eyes on him for a moment. He pops the drums. He's like, "Get me out of here, guys!" Sentry's getting dropped all over the place here as they try to find the D wards, and they actually don't find him again. Moon's actually in their head, man. It's the second time he's dodged out their sentries in their jungle.
BKB finished on RE now. I mean, all you really need on Marcy, I feel, is BKB Basher with your phase boots, and you do more than enough damage to trade with any hero when you pop your ultimate.
Bryle blinks forward. Woo.
Again, I really don't feel like they're going to be able to commit that hard on a Bryle.
They also finished the Lincoln Sphere on Kasane now, so they have double Lincoln Sphere on the side of TSM.
Yeah, so they can just drop it on people without a care. You're not as concerned about Morphling at this point. I mean, Morphling is usually going to want to hold the links of himself. He's the carry, but Kasane a lot of the time, I think he's just going to put it on
Things are looking dire for
Oh
Brian, who could
no,
be standing far forward.
Moon! Oh no, Moon! Not again!
There we go again. I mean, he's all they can find. They've got 26 kills on Beastcoast, and Moon has 12 deaths.
Yeah.
It's not his fault, okay? They're good deaths.
Just trying to clear out this top side of the map, take down this tower, but there's a fight happening in the jungles. They manage to catch Stinger. Bryle grabs the sleight of fist, and on the bottom side, Schofield on the run gets the blink out. Dude, the Ogre Seal.
I am not a betting man, unless it's basketball.
What a juke.
Does he know?
Horse racing.
I don't know. He's just gonna sit
But if
here.
I was, I'd bet on
Suddenly he
Radiant's top
leaves,
tower
right?
coming down.
Nah, he's gonna cut a wave eventually. Schofield's crazy, man.
I mean, if he does that, Ember Spirit remnants over to the remnant that's sitting there, and then he dies. Oh my
Yikes, a courier.
god!
What a gamer. And cuts a wave. Look at this guy.
You gotta
Look at him
leave.
go.
You gotta leave. Okay, he's out. Marcy can't actually interrupt the stun by. Moon knew exactly where he was. Unfortunately, wasn't close enough to be able to drop the frostbite onto him.
Oh, we got K1's Mjolnir's completed. He's got himself a blast rig as well as he queues up the Basher, which, like we said, Basher is really the only tool you're going to have late game against the Morphling. And even then, it's not great because he's got an Iascati and it is a Morphling. So,
Yeah. You see a double damage rune in the river. Roche is like a max respawn timer, and so instead, you're gonna make use of this double damage rune on the enemy heroes. Morphling is so scary with this rune.
well, it was actually an exact max respawn time.
Yep.
Smoked up. We'll see if they're actually going to connect here as they're
They
about
don't
to
want to
walk.
connect.
You definitely don't. That is a DD Morphling, baby, and he just melts right through one, but Stinger just barely, or I'm sorry, Sacred barely gets out. It's going to be Stinger that gets caught on the other side of the fight as they continue to chase into the base. BKB's popped, but quick 2 kills there for the side of TSM.
You know, fortunately for Beastcoast, it is going to be a max Roche respawn, so you can't move back into the Roche pit and clean that up while they're dead on Beastcoast. Dark Mego uses opportunity to farm the opposite side of the map. He's got his Octarine Core done now. BKB, Force Staff, Octarine Core, Boots of Travel, Blast Rig, but even all that I feel like isn't enough to take a fight into TSM.
It'll be close, yeah, for sure. Oh boy, Dark Mago. Dude, this Mindbreaker is doing so much work. He pops the BKB, tries to just hobble away, but he's not going to be able to. Smato able to just stay on top of him. Beyond godlike now as he gets his 11th kill of the game and instantly TP's top. He just wants to keep fighting. Unfortunately for him, the fight's happening bottom. They caught the Weaver. Rupture does come out. Again, he's got that time lapse. He's going to be able to get away for the moment, but Ari in some trouble. Moon trying to hide under the cover of this Glimmer Cape, but not going to be too much longer as the Macropyre comes out. There's going to be the second vessel. The Force Staff trying to get Sacred out, but he's going to just be held in place too long. 3 more heroes dead on the side of Beastcoast, and all you're getting is the supports. You're not killing any of these cores.
13 deaths now on Moon. I mean, got him, right?
Got him, dude, indeed. Dude, it's like, it's going to be one of those games where it's like, yeah, you know, our support may... Oh my god, Stinger has 14 deaths.
Yeah. This is a rough game for Hero as well. It's super easy for the lovely people to just jump the back line. And now Roche will respawn. Tomato will scout this one out. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a Mask of Death, but he does so much damage that Manta Style will tank this one up, and he's going to be just fine. Look how quickly he tears through this, man.
Yeah, it's
Going for a
pretty nuts.
Silver Edge now is his next item.
I mean, it's really good. The Shard? Okay, he does take it. Dude, he's almost level 25. On the front side, they actually do manage to take down Bryle. Kasane does what he can here with the BKB, but it's about to expire. Ari, oh no. Freezing Field, though, to try and zone them out. It's actually kind of working as Tomato turns himself into the Bat Rider. He just wants to chase these heroes down. Stinger hiding with the Shadow Amulet. They kind of know he's there, right? Moon up onto the high ground, not really where he wants to be. Makes his way down to the low ground by mistake. Dark Mago in some trouble, but the Avalanche toss, they take down Tomato once. Is this actually the fight Beastcoast can do?
It doesn't matter. They're leaving Tomato alone. I feel like they're not
Oh,
gonna be
the
able to win
bash.
second time.
Kasane taking some damage. The Spirit Vessel out onto Tomato, but he's got that BKB running. Can they actually catch this Razor? It doesn't look like it. Meanwhile, Schofield gonna go down to this Morphling. There's gonna be the lasso. It's caught the Marcy. A super scrappy fight here from both teams as they're falling one by one, just kind of all over the place. You kind of need your Bloodseeker to get back in this fight, but
dude, they can't do anything about the Shadow Amulet. He just doesn't have detection. Stinger keeps on getting away with murder here. This is absolutely insane. He can't finish him
Waiter. Dude, he's so good. Did they yoink the gem during that fight? Yeah, they did. Bat Rider has it. So they did manage to take the gem away from TSM.
Yeah. One more thing that Moon Meander loses this game. Well, Silver Edge now complete on the Marveling, so even more damage can come out from him in these next couple of fights. Ryo pretty far forward. Oh! Rupture onto the Lincolns.
They've caught the Weaver.
So Rupture on cooldown now. I don't think much is going to stop him from just walking up the high ground, other than the fact that the lanes are kind of pushed in. But Tomato's illusions are dealing with that in the bottom lane, and I imagine the hero's just going to walk down mid.
Yeah, he's got the Silver Edge completed. The Mindbreaker, he's level 25, so the waveform cooldown. Jeez, I didn't know that was even a talent. What?
Yeah, they changed it from 2 waveform charges to minus 40% waveform cooldown. It's worse now.
Yeah, that's good. It was way too strong. Moon drops a Freezing Field bottom, trying to just bait Schofield, but the Ogre towed him away. They've got the ward up on the high ground as Dark Mago's forced to BKB. Moon, he's going to get punished for that one just a little bit. No way. Okay, he does finally go down. Schofield inside the base, chased down by Bryle, though, as he gets his gem back and leaves. Nice catch there. They got what they wanted.
Yeah, got him.
Moon's like, I'm getting my gem back, even if it costs me my life.
Drops a laugh line in the chat immediately afterwards, and Morphling will clean up this bottom tier 2 tower. All the outer towers now on the side of Beastcoast are gone. The question is if they want to put any pressure on the high ground after this. Mono's getting pretty close. Maybe he's just looking for a potential kill. He sees K1 here, but I'm not sure you have enough damage for him. Especially now with the BKB on him. Tries to throw out the adaptive strike. Like you mentioned, every time he sees a hero, he throws this out.
Oh boy, Sacred found once again. Dude, he died in the silence duration of Mindbreaker. 1.75 seconds, 100 to 0.
Yup. I mean, you just waveform over someone, applies an auto attack, waveform attacks targets, he gets silenced, and
look at
lets them
Stinger.
get blown up.
Look at Stinger right now.
Oh my god. I mean, this expires now. It only lasts 10 seconds.
It's actually just so funny.
He's just taunting him.
Yoo-hoo. It's actually just so funny. They're being like, wait, what is he doing here? What is he doing here?
Oh no.
Oh my god. It was, you know, the change was to punish griefers, but in this instance, actually ends up punishing Stinger.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, bottom, Dark Mago, running away from Kasane and Tomato. Ari BKBs to continue the chase. They've got a gem on Dark Mago. He cannot afford to lose this. Tries to just TP on out. The blast rig might be enough to save him. It actually is.
Oh, there's so much damage.
Dude, if Kasane didn't go within that attack range, it wouldn't have procced.
Yeah, it would have gone down there. 100% miss chance for 2 seconds, and Blast Rake's still pretty OP.
My waters rise.
Meander is caught out by Dark Mega, who's still got well.
Oh, that's a bots 2 Tomato. No way. You
Beats
don't
him out
really
there.
expect a Morphling with bots 2, I'll be honest.
No.
That, like, honestly, Moon Meander, his entire game plan right now is just a bait. That's it. That's all he is. They do get the rupture, the toss back. Brile taking a ton of damage. There's the Abyssal as well. Does he have a Remnant down? He does not, so he can't buy back into the fight. He does have bots, I guess, but...
Yeah. The Ember Spirit Egg Shard used to drop a Remnant on your location when you died, right?
No, it was when the enemy heroes died.
No, I think I could have sworn that it dropped a Remnant on your location when you died as well, like a while ago. Maybe I'm insane though. It's actually quite impossible. I'm insane.
Yeah, I only remember it being that like if an enemy hero dies near you, a Remnant spawns on them.
Yeah.
But does it spawn on them or just refresh it now? Yeah, it just refreshes now. Yeah, it used to actually like spawn the Remnant or something.
Yeah, not that he even has an egg shard right now, so I don't know what's going off about this. He's building a sheep stick as his next item.
It's essential. They actually have to find ways of catching the Morphling, and Scythe of Ice is going to be the only way. Ari goes in, there's the blink right onto Schofield, he pops the BKB, and with Tomato here, the chase continues. They'll be able to take down one, and Kasane on the front lines just chasing down K1, goes for the BKB, there's going to be the Blast Rig. Once again, it's enough to save him.
Right.
And Sacred, can he survive?
Yeah,
he's got
Sacred's
a time lapse, but
damage.
no, does not survive. Wait, that wasn't Blast Rig. How did he miss? I don't know what it was.
The Bloodseeker?
Yeah.
I didn't even see him miss.
Oh no, his Manta procced the Blast Rig on Marcy is what it was. Okay.
No.
I was like, I saw a Blast Rig. Dark Mago bottom. Oh no, 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 no. Run, buddy, run. Gets disposed back. Has to BKB, Force Staff, trying to get away, but Tomato is, he's literally hasted. 550 because of the Firefly.
Yeah. My movement speed for him is glitched out. I don't see the bonus that he's getting from his Boots of Travel.
Right now it says he's at 430 or something.
Yeah, I see him at 330.
Yeah, that's not quite right.
What can you do?
15k gold lead here for TSM. Neph, what is the avenue to get back into this game for the side of Beastcoast?
I can tell you that it's not finding more kills on Moon Meander.
Yeah.
That one's not going to help.
He's just built tanky. All he's tried to do is survive. He's got drums. He's got the Boots of Bearing, Glimmer Cape, Force Staff. All he's trying to do is just live.
Yeah, catching out Tomato would be ideal, and they could kill him with like a sick initiation followed by like a rupture toss, but you need like vision on him and all your heroes to be in the right position at the right time, and the heroes on TSM to not be around. Like everything has to go completely right for you to be able to find a kill on Tomato. He has so much net worth, not a single death this game. He's 16, 0, and 10.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts actually. His only like almost death was when he had Aegis, right? Which, you know.
Yeah.
Things are looking dire for Dire's bottom tower.
Yeah, he's going for a sheep stick. Ember Spirits are going for a sheep stick. They just want to be able to get their hands on these Beastcoast heroes. Everyone is going for sheep sticks.
Oh my gosh. Kasane went the Static Link steals attack speed talent.
Let's see.
That thing is pretty nuts. That is a lot of attack speed drain. Did he go the drain talent? He didn't. Okay.
Interesting. I mean, he'll have the drain once he reaches level, what,
27.
28?
Oh yeah, 28. Yeah, you're right.
No, sheep stick completed now on Weaver, so this is one more tool they need to be able to take down the Morphling. But again, they need to pop his Lincoln Spheres first. So they'll have to like Orchid, then sheep stick him, and then the rest of the team has to follow up. And that's only going to happen again if you have vision on him. They get a smoke up right now on TSM.
Then it's like Rupture Toss, you know,
Yeah.
then Lasso. Yeah, they gotta dump everything, the whole kitchen sink. Mid lane K1's gonna get found, Moon in the trees. Both teams positioning really well, but your Batrider is not here. Dark Mago is bottom right now. They're both teams just trying to hold around this mid lane. We see this a lot. No team wants the wave to get into their base, and there it is. It's just a blink forward on Brow. They're going to jump in here on the Morphling. They're holding Sacred in place. There's the Hex instead onto him. They didn't know. Marcy, however, just burned down by K1. He's going to try and just run away as fast as he can. The BKB still developed on Kasane, but he runs right into that Ice Path. Schofield hobbling his way through the trees, doesn't have a way to escape. He's gonna get burned down, but a lasso on the top side, they've managed to catch Kasane. Razor ruptured up, lassoed into the base, not where he wants to be. Moon now gotta get out. Not gonna be able to catch him for the moment as it's Bryle and Tomato coming in heavy, doing the damage. Able to survive for the moment here, but a nice sleight of fist will catch the kill. K1 up onto the high ground, hexed up once again. Tomato finds himself another triple kill for the Morphling as buybacks coming through from both teams. A big win and a big showing off this hex reveal from the Morphling.
Yeah, the hex reveal on the Ember Spirit as well. Man ends up getting jumped on by the Bloodseeker, you know, hit with that hex, and then immediately Bryle hexes him back afterwards and gets a quick kill off onto the onto the Weaver at the beginning of that team fight, and the Weaver's just not able to contribute anything. He's your guy who I think needs to get on top of this Morphling and hit him with like the Orchid hex after like Sakuchiing in, but just wasn't able to. Instead, they're shut down, and now 23k net worth on the side of TSM. They're going to move into Roche.
Free Aghanim Scepter blessing on this one, which I'm sure will go to Bryle. It would make sense if it goes to Bryle, but nah, they're just going to kill on the Morphling. Okay, so the steal this game, I guess, you know, whether he sticks into either Bloodseeker or the Weaver, he gets a lot out of it. 70 attack speed? Yeah, 70 attack speed stolen from Agi heroes. That's pretty nuts.
Yep. Yeah, at that point, Bloodseeker is going to, I mean, his attack speed significantly reduced. He's not going to be putting out much damage at all. Well, I mean, he's got a Mjolnir. He'll probably be fine still. Vladimir's offering now done on Moon Meander. So, you haven't had a chance to build up any lifesteal items on Morphling, so this will make up for that. They lose Schofield. All three lanes now pushing in. They're going for the finish here on TSM.
Yeah, I mean, they're up so much. They have a Satanic finished up on Kasane now. He's going for the Refresher, of course. One of those classic old school Razor items. Just not opting to go for like the Bloodstone at all. Doesn't really feel like he needs it. Tomato, yep, gets hexed up. Taking some damage again. He's got the Aegis, though. I don't think he really cares all that much. They force the Aeon Disc out of Dark Mago. And Tomato's going to be just fine for now. TSM's looking good, man.
All right, there we go. A sidekick will heal Tomato back up to full HP again. Now they can just go.
Classic.
Yeah. Very cool.
He actually doesn't have his Lincolns on him. So he's...
Weaver?
Oh my gosh. Weaver gets blink hexed. And just like that, Sacred's down. You don't have your Vessel. You're missing your own Hex. Lasso does come out, catches Tomato, burning him down, but they don't have the damage. He gets the BKB off. He's going to just chase instead as they take down Stinger. He's going to buy back into the game. Blood Right stolen up on the other side. And they're all fine. Moon, maybe not so fine. He's going to do his best here, but yeah, K1's got him, pops the BKB onto the Razor, but he's got that Static Link instead, and he's got no attack speed left on this Bloodseeker. He's missing 140 attack speed. Did you finally take down Morphling's first life? But again, the Aegis, it's all just space as Kasane and Bryle will finish up the barracks. Fortification does come out for the moment. Avalanche toss on the backside. All right, nice Schofield, able to snipe Ares. He gets his way back into the base, and he gets out for free, actually. Nicely done by him. That's a dieback.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Rax...
Blink Hex out. They've got Dark Mago Aeon Disc, however, trying to get him out of this one. Big Blood Right will be able to silence them, but can they get out now? K1's going to survive. Morphling goes down, finally. His first death of the game. Oh, what is that gold? 3,600. What is this? No, okay, that's not. That is like, that is an absurd... You just gave 3,300 gold?
I mean, he was 19 and up. Oh, show me that fight recap. Let's see how much money that was worth. Yeah, it ends up being like a 6,500 net with
Dude, look at just the just because they were alive. Just look at the gold stimmies at the end of this one. 26,400 for the Batrider, 2,300 for Bloodseeker, 1,700 for Tiny. That is absurd.
Yeah, I mean, that's their path back into this game. I was saying was catching the Morphling, so they managed to...
He got silenced by the Blood Right, finally, right? Like, that was what it took. He has the flicker now, so he's like, all right, well, that can't happen again.
Yeah. I died with quite a bit of, you know, attribute shift left.
Dude, they got so much
Able to
XP
prolong
from
the
that
strength.
too. He's level 28 now on the Bloodseeker.
Yeah, I mean, he's level 29 Morphling. Just barreling down the mid lane. They take the first
Bottom
tier 2
lane.
of the game.
Oh
so
no, they stacked their disables. The Hex and the Sheep came out, or the Hex and the Lasso came out at the exact same time. Meanwhile, all right, they were camping as Remnants. They were camping the Remnants. No way, they've staggered the timers now. He's gonna have to buy back. Well, maybe not. Morphling's up soon.
I mean, they've got 2 fortifies here. That's the thing. Like, Morphling will be able to come back in the game. They know that it's not even worth it to trying to put down this tower.
Rupture number 1 onto Moon.
You die of Moon, you die and lose the game. All of your buybacks are unavailable right now on the side of Beastcoast. I don't think they should go for this. They're probably feeling a little bit desperate with how far they are behind. They see this is an opportunity to close out the game, but this is not worth it.
They will buy back. He goes right in. The Hex comes through, but the Force Staff's to get him some space, and Sacred just gets bursted down instead, bashed up, chasing more for the Bloodseeker. He's not nowhere to go, and 2 dead now as they continue the chase. Prowl's gonna find his 3rd. Is now Dark Mago. BKB's trying to run. He got a blink. He's gonna be safe, but 3 dead without buyback. What a quick call there from Prowl. He has the Remnants, just instantly, locates into the Hex. That was super quick.
It pops up BKB like as soon as he heads in as well, so they're able to turn that on him. That could go like pretty bad for you on TSM if Beastcoast managed to turn that, but you did have a massive advantage on TSM.
Without the Bloodseeker, I don't know how they do this, and really good call by TSM. I mean, just punishing Beastcoast for sticking around a little bit too long and opening up the tier 4s. Oh, Bloodseeker got buyback. Okay. Don't know how, but he did. And now they managed to find the Tiny. Hexed up, Force Staffs him out though. He's a little bit... Oh, Schofield. Looks like he's gonna be okay.
Razor finishes up a refresher orb now. One thing you have to worry about on this now is the massive mana cost of the refresher alongside the fact that BKB costs mana. You can very quickly run out of everything you're trying to chain up all your spells on Razor after like the BKB and the refresher orb change.
Oh, bottom lane. Lasso comes out. They've got the Crystal Maiden. Kasane just goes right in with the refresher, but you've got a ton of ruptures available here on K1. He's just gonna be able to let those rip, and Kasane needs to get out of here. Ice Path off the mark. Tomato ruptured up on the backside. He's just sitting there. Can't really contribute. Waveforms away, but they got the Lasso. They've managed to find the Ember Spirit. They've got the Hex to follow it up as well. Rupture, it committed. Bryle's diebacks. Now Tomato, he needs to get out. He just goes in instead, just pops the BKB with the damage from Ari. They're just laying into K1 and they've got him. He goes down. Tomato is just way too strong here on the Morphling. Triple kill for him. And with that one, we might see the GG and finally comes through. What a call there from TSM.
Yeah, massive lead for a pretty long time. They managed to find 1 kill on Tomato. I think made TSM sweat a little bit there, along with losing that Ember Spirit. But they see these opportunities on TSM and they just rush them down. They're not overly afraid to make a play that's a little bit risky and losing the game off of it in order to just like shut down the enemies completely. You know? Looking good for this first game here. Tomato looks completely on point. I gotta say, I am not a big fan of these defensive items normally, but he made it work on this Morphling. He only took like a single death this entire game. You saw how much that kill was worth, man. That was insane.
3,300 gold.
Yeah.
That was
it was unreal for a single kill.
Yeah, like just the plummet off the graph when you have a 40k lead like that. That is a pretty substantial amount of gold for 1 kill. That was nuts.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I mean, almost perfect game from him. 52,000 net worth. That is ridiculous. That is absurd. Yeah, I don't know. This is a really fun game number 1. I'm excited to see what we have here in game number 2, but we're gonna go to a short break and we'll be back with that one here. We got a lot ahead. Stay tuned, everyone. We'll see you in a bit.